I mean, we seem to have a feeder march, or more people arriving, banding together. Oneness, truth, courage, etc. And there seems to be more people making their way up, building. I'm not sure what this is all about. Art for Peace Sake is what we're seeing joining Upcraft Avenue. Art for Peace Sake. And it's getting packed. I wish I could tell you how far back. Wish I could tell you how far back this crowd goes. Maybe you can get a look at it. And I just heard Congress needs to hear from us.
Here in the heavily armored uniforms, who they work for. I point blank asked them who their jurisdictional authority came from. I was told you do not need to know. I was told we are all unified here today. I specifically asked. We know who the Pittsburgh police are. They have their badges on and a bit friendly. We know who the state police are. They are clearly designated with badges on.
Okay, this gentleman is pointing out that we know who the Pittsburgh police are. They have badges and are being friendly. We know who the PA police are. They have badges that are being friendly. But there are other uniformed public safety officers here. He's saying, you don't need to know. We're here unified. And this gentleman is taking exception to that because he feels that he deserves, he should know who's, who their bosses are, who's in their chain of command, or who can they be held accountable. So apparently there are some mystery officers here, at least temporary mysteries. And he's making quite a ruckus with his bullhorn. Meanwhile, I recognize Vic Walsack in the crowd, ACLU attorney. He's giving an interview to, looks like, WTEA News right now. He's on hand in a borderline Hawaiian shirt. Is no doubt not his first rodeo. And I wonder if he's sounding off on that same issue of public safety transparency. You can see that down the parade route on 5th Avenue, there's more Pittsburgh officers getting ready to, well, they're standing to the side, so they're not obstructing the route, but they're getting ready to receive them, and it looks as though perhaps protect that church facility.
Who do you work for? Do you work for the American people? Do you work for a private corporation? Are you a state police officer? Who do you work for?
He doesn't know if they work for a corporation, a government, a state police officer, and he got some agreement from the crowd that it's an issue that he feels he has a right to know.
They have microwave weapons.
Oh, this guy with the bullhorn now, he was being a real pleasant. Oh, yeah, he was being a real pleasant character earlier. I think someone from the Peacenik contingent is asking him to tone it down. If I can interpret what I'm seeing there correctly, it looks like someone from the march organizers came over and is.
Have the problem. And aside from a few anarchists who decide to get rowdy and try to provoke you guys into a confrontation, which we do not approve of, our trouble is not with the police.
Okay, that was a much more conciliatory statement there. He even made reference to, aside from some anarchists, a few anarchists who are going to cause trouble, who we are not in support of. And he said, we're not going to provoke you. So it seems there's a measure of democracy as far as who gets to use the one electrical-powered bullhorn that is being used on the corner of 5th and Craft right there.
Hello, officers. My name is Victor. I just wanted to talk to you as a friend to a friend. I want you to know that there's a reason why people are protesting.
And then the next person is addressing the officers directly, saying that there's a reason that people are protesting and trying to inform them as to what they are. And looks like things must be getting ready to go here, or at the very least there's more people feeling comfortable filling the center of the intersection. This was relatively a no-man's zone. You had the protesters up here and the police down here, and the police are out and the media. It seems like there's more people just filling the mill right now, and you can almost say it's getting more difficult to distinguish which faction is which faction, which thus far I would say is a positive development.
This is not right. This is not justice.
Fellow just mentioned British Petroleum in his brief as to why people are out there protesting today.
We do not support the G20. We do not support their policies.
I see a couple of officers here with, seems as though their helmets are tilted in the direction of the speaker and are actually, listening to what he has to say.
In our free society, when defenseless people just want to express their freedom of speech, have to face riots, how many thousands of dollars?
More people coming in from feeder marches. These look like they have pinned red crosses, homemade red crosses to their shirts. It looks like those might be some of the street medics that we heard about that are there to deliver water and aspirin and milk of magnesia and relief to people who may be suffering exhaustion or may even have come into contact with riot control agents. If it sounds a lot like I'm covering a parade, it's because it sort of feels like that's what's happening.
People are crazy. They believe in things like peace, civil rights, the First Amendment. Who cares about the First Amendment?
Oh, this guy is just being sarcastic.
$19 billion to go protect the rich and wealthy. We should have given you guys $24 trillion.
One love.
Just like we gave the
Okay,
Big
that's
Mac.
another group that is out there.
The Big Mac, $24 trillion.
Here's more from the hipster contingent here. What do we got?
This is the new United States of America. CEO
Buddy Nut Blows would be the sign that we got here. Well, what's that in reference to, sir?
Freedom, everybody.
Yeah.
And again, freedom has been redefined.
All right, I guess I'm not cool enough to know.
I hope you all enjoy your new freedom.
Occupation is a crime, Iraq, Afghanistan, Palestine. And one statement that is being made. Many people are handing out flyers concerning socialism. People are, for the most part, accepting them politely.
We're here for peace. We come in peace. And the things that we're doing here today, we do them for our people. We do them for all people.
We come in
But
peace,
right
she
now we are
says.
being suppressed. We are being stopped. And we are being stopped by good people like you.
Right now we are being suppressed by good people like you.
When you're down on your knees,
I'd like to remind you there's a thing called karma.
And you're looking for the freedom that you once suppressed. Look at my face. Remember who I am. This is the face of sadness. The face of the people who have been oppressed. We will not let this go on. You may win today. You may have won this battle a long time ago because the American people sat down.
She's not going into the oppression that she is saying she is suffering under.
We will not stop until we have justice, and we will not.
But she is determined to have her justice. Okay, so there is definitely an almost formal democratic process behind who gets the megaphone now. And then the next gentleman comes from the Free Tibet movement. And this is not the main demonstration stage is further back up there. That's where the music and the major speeches were. Down here is the more informal address the police demonstrations. We're going to cut it off here for time purposes and start up another one again.